Of course, I keep forgetting to turn the mic on. I've got to get that down. I've got to get the audio down better. In the old days when everything was tied to the setup, it worked well. But let me see if. Let me know. Let me know if you all can hear in the chat. And yeah. Jeff is telling me I forgot. We got a fun show tonight. Have maybe have a button that auto switches music down and unmutes mic. You know, that is a wise decision. Maybe have a button that auto switches music down and unmutes mic. So if we do the old way where things are isolated into the ATEM and set up through the ATEM, that would work. I'll take these off. I know you guys can hear me now. So the way we were set up before was the microphones were going independent from the music, and I could do that. Now I can't. So unfortunately, that is not because we're using the Mixcast. And we talked about this a couple weeks ago when we demoed the Mixcast. We can't set up that way because we can't control the Mixcast. Now, if I had Rodecaster, that might be something that we can do. And I'm actually heading to Vegas next week, as many of you know, and I'm going to be looking at the Rodecaster because Rodecaster will be on site there. So, fun? Did you say fun? We always have fun. Who doesn't have fun on this show? Seriously, I know I have a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun doing this show. So, yes, not like you don't have enough stream decks. Yes, that is the truth. Some would say I even have too many, but we won't get into that today. So you made it hard on yourself. Yes, I did make it harder on myself. That is the face plant is legit. I did, and I am considering a way that I can, get around that, but I don't know yet. So we did do something last week since we were online. As many of you know, we've been having a lot of problems with our old laptop because of being from 2010 and it being an older computer. It was actually a Windows 7 computer that was upgraded to Windows 8.1 and then later upgraded to Windows 10. The drivers and a lot of the software was not able to be upgraded. The compatibility was not there. So what we did is we ended up getting seriously, Jeff, you actually think I got a Mac? No. I'm sorry. You're not going to find a Mac in this house. Not on purpose. If a Mac shows up, it's because someone gave it to me or someone dropped it off by accident. You're not going to find a Mac in this house. Now, we do have a few iPads because that is needed for my daughter's software. But Mac, I just cannot justify the cost. I got an i9 at a reduced price and got an i9 with 20 core, so 10 dual core. So I mean, it's super fast, and I can do transitions like this without even thinking about glitching. So I was able to offload some of the balance of some programs, make things look a little bit better, and because of that, I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to turn off the bug, and I'm going to turn off my comment, and actually, I'm going to show you this. We worked on a new graphic. I'm thinking about going live on Facebook for Easter. As many of you know, if not, here's a little hint. Easter Sunday. Easter has come upon us. We celebrated Palm Sunday last week. This week, technically tonight is Monday, Thursday. And then tomorrow is Good Friday. So, we are in Easter week right now, and Sunday is Easter. So I'm thinking about going live with Biblical Reflections on Facebook on Sunday. So I am getting some stuff prepped for that. So I was working on some graphics now that I have a computer that actually won't crash. The reason I got the new laptop was I was doing some basic rendering, 30-second renders, and it would crash the program 3 or 4 times before I could actually get a clean graphic out. But I was able to get this graphic. So let me show you this graphic. I did this graphic. It literally took me a little bit of time, but I was able to get this going, and I like it. So I'm thinking about using that for Easter Sunday, and then doing a few other graphics with those elements. I've got another one that's not prepped. Actually, I don't think I've got it prepped. Gotta make sure I grab the right mouse. I got too many mice here. Too many mice. Let's see, which one? Alright, so I'm gonna take this. It's probably gonna go black, but it's gonna be okay. Let me see. Yeah, no, I can do this. I can do this. So here's another graphic. The black with the Bible there. I'm still playing around with trying to get the animation right and make sure that the key fills out. But this is an animated graphic I can use for scriptures and things like that. So I've been playing around with that. And then the other one. And the other one that's there that I've got is this one right here. So, and this one's a little fun, a little bit interesting because of all the black. So if I can figure out a way to overlay this one with scripture backgrounds and things, I think the best way to use this one is actually create the full image in like Adobe Photoshop or in Premiere for the animation one and something like that. So yeah. So we've got some fun stuff here, and I really like working with animations, graphics, and things like that. So yes, that's what we've been working on lately. No, I didn't expect you to, but it would work better than Windows. I have used Macs, and I will tell you, they are more stable. And if it wasn't for the fact that one, Apple is proprietary and everything has to be Apple, once you go Apple, there is no going back. And number two, the price. I have been lucky enough to find some Apple products at lower prices, but example, the laptop I got, the new one, to get equivalent in a Mac world would have cost me over $3,000, and I got this for less than $1,500. Actually, it was a lot less than $1,500. So I'm very pleased with that, and it's because of continual work with JAmemories that I've been able to get that going. So Easter is Sunday. There's a shocker. It's normally Sunday. Yeah, it's not kind of what I meant, but I meant Easter is this Sunday coming up. And you knew that. So I don't know why you didn't put a smiley face on there. Alright, what did you say about the graphics? 30-second renders that take half an hour. Yeah, so that on the old laptop, it would actually take longer than a 30-second render would actually take longer than 30 seconds. This graphic right here that's coming in right now, that is a 17-second graphic. This graphic took about half an hour to finalize and to manipulate, work out all the graphics, make sure that everything worked out. Now, rendering time on the old laptop, I tried to render that, and it literally crashed the computer 3 times. It crashed the program 4 times. And that's with nothing else running. So when I brought it to the new laptop and started working with it there, I can't compare how long it would take to make because I had already had the project. I just transferred the project from one laptop to the other, and it but the render time for that 17 seconds was less than a minute. So, you know, is it real time? Is it slower than real time? I think it was less than 30 seconds to render that out. And that's an alpha key graphic. So, it's definitely something that is worth getting. Nice graphics, needs more fire. Unfortunately, that's the plugin that was there, and now it was already pre-built on that. The fire part was there. Get a cat for the mice. Yeah, I'm sitting on 3 mice right here, and if I'm not careful, the tails will get caught under my seat. So, okay, both are nice. Looks a little grainy on my sides for the clouds. That one, I'm not 100% sure if that's a full HD graphic. So I can't say one way or the other if that was the case. Alright, so enough comments for the moment. Feel free to drop as many comments as you want. We are, let me do this. Does that come in? I don't know where my ticker is today. It's not pulling up on my graphic. There might be a problem with own dot overlays. Overlays dot no. I'm gonna pop this in, see if it pops up. They were talking about with if we would get kicked out of Uno, and unfortunately I think they have actually done that. So I'm gonna have to recreate that graphic with the ticker on another platform. But anyway, that's unfortunate. But they did give me a warning that that was a potential. So anyway, so what are we talking about tonight? What's tonight's topic? Should I comment on that? Should I respond to that? Well, I might as well since it's in the comments. Sitting on 3 mice, they would be squirming a lot than if you were sitting on them. Yeah, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know, I have toyed with the idea of getting a KVM and using a KVM to control the keyboard and mice for multiple computers. But I'm the type of person that likes to move around and do a lot on multiple devices. So I'm constantly grabbing mice and keyboards and control surfaces. And the Stream Decks have made my life a lot easier. I think a KVM would help, but I just haven't found one that works. And I'll one of these days we'll go over that as well on the show. So, with that being said, Jeff says, "Yes, John. What is tonight's topic?" Well, if you saw from the title page in the introduction, we have none other than Amazon Associate Program, the affiliate program, and everything like that, along with so let's just dive right into what is affiliate marketing, what is Amazon Associates, and why would we want to get into that, and how can we make that work for us? So first things first, Amazon Associates. Well, first off, affiliate marketing is where you are representing somebody else and promoting their products, promoting their company, and selling them, not necessarily by having a stockpile of their products and then you handing them out or selling them and having an inventory. Affiliate marketing is where you are talking about that. You represent that, and then by you, you don't have to have an inventory. They are sending the inventory on themselves. You are promoting the products and you're providing information about those products, but but a lot of times it's passive income because once you get the ball rolling and through, especially with Amazon, once the links take off, you are able to generate money off those links as long as they stay active. Now, an Amazon associate, all basically that means is their program to become an affiliate marketer for Amazon. Why did we join up with Amazon Associates and the affiliate marketing program on Amazon? Because of the fact that one, we as a consultant provide customers with the products that they want, and oftentimes Amazon has the best price, and depending on what they're looking for, it's faster, easier, and more convenient if I give the customer a list of products that they need, and then they go out to their Amazon account, they purchase it on their own cards, and if I provided them with the affiliate links, Amazon gives us a commission that the customer doesn't have to pay for. You as a customer buy your products at the same price that you normally would, whether you clicked on my associate link or you clicked on you just did a Google search or an Amazon search for that product. So that's what makes the Amazon Associate Program work for JAmemories. We, as a consultant, can refer customers to Amazon for the products that they need. Because oftentimes I'm creating a list of items that they need to purchase in order for me to do an install or for them to upgrade their systems, or what products that would be better, or even fill in a gap where their system doesn't meet. So that's what the associate program does for us, is it allows us as consultants to provide a direct link for you all to then roll down the line of, okay, what do I need? How many of these do I need? And what's the best price? Now, I'll be honest with you. There are a few the higher end products. Sometimes the higher end products you can't get on Amazon. Yes, you can get a Behringer X32 on Amazon, but you're not going to get a Sony broadcast camera on Amazon. You might find a Blackmagic broadcast camera on Amazon, but you're not going to find a $50,000 Ikegami camera. And depending on what you're looking for, I've got vendors outside of Amazon who I can pitch and get quotes for, and if that's what they're needing. So Amazon's not my only source for products, but it's one of those that generates passive income that brings in that we can then turn around and use to better, as an example, getting a better laptop so that my stuff doesn't keep crashing. Because I'm getting ready to get it knee deep into a project for Little Lighthouse here in the next week, and I need something that will not crash when I get into that project. And with any luck, I'll be able to share some of that either next week or the week after. So, with all of that said, so what does that mean for you guys? So, if you look at the description of this video, you'll see a couple of affiliate links in the description for things like the ATEM that we use, the Sony camera that we use, the Mixcast. I believe I've got a link in the description for that as well. So if you want to get one of those, you can always just use that link, or we actually are going to go over a few of choice items that I have purchased over the years, and I will share affiliate links with them in the comments, and then later transfer them into the description so anyone else can find the links as well. So real quick, let's go over to the associates program. So promo codes, you do have to be mindful of the fact that not everything on Amazon does qualify for cost. You can link any item, but not every item that gets sold will bring you commission. And every item may give you more or less commission depending on what it is. So right here is a list of current promotion codes that I could share. And most of these are jewelry. 75% on select from Fuji. I have no idea what Furid. I have no idea what that is even. So I don't want to click on it because I have no idea what it is. So I'm not gonna click on it, and I might click on it when it's off. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna click on it when it's not on air, and see what that is. And oh, look at that. That's actually kind of cool. This is actually okay. It's nothing bad. Granted, there's not much in Amazon that could be completely bad, but you never know. It's wallets. It's metal wallets for men, to give you guys a option that can literally, it holds 15 cards. Now, if that thing is as big as it says, it actually looks kind of big, but so this is cool. So let me drop that 75% on select things. Let me drop that code in the chat for that wallet. Now, this code is a code for the 75% off select items. So go ahead and, if you want to look at that, click on that, and this is just one of their wallets. It's an aluminum metal wallet with one clear window, ID badge holder, RFID blocking wallet with money clip, credit card holder, and it's listed as a tactical wallet, which means literally you can run over it and have no problem. So that's actually kind of cool that they have that. It has a money clip. You can slip some bills in there and have that there. So, if that's what you're looking for, by all means, go get it. And I will actually drop a link to this item directly in the chat. but make sure you get the code for the 75% off, and you might even be able to get that even cheaper than $26.99. So, yeah, and that's the thing, guys. That's how easy affiliate marketing works. That's how easy it is with Amazon things. Is we just share things about what we are doing, and share links with the products that we use on a regular basis, and 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 that's it, and that's just how affiliate marketing works. Whether it's with Amazon or another company, maybe you have affiliate linking or affiliate marketing with another clothing department or electronics store or whatever it is. So the other big coupon that I'm seeing a lot of is 50% on select products for Fuguntu 100-piece random charms for shoes, decorations, and kid birthday gift parties. Seriously, this is funny because they're little charms that yeah, you put anywhere. My daughter would love this, but I'm not sure it's includes 100 different pieces of charms, PVC material, not easy to deform. So I wouldn't recommend these for little kids, and they even say choking hazards for children under 3. But if that's what you're looking for, so we'll go ahead and, just because we can, we're gonna drop this link in the chat if you're looking for those little. And things like that make little charms like that. They make great gifts for people. Little decorations you can put on little things that you're working on. So now, mind you, there are limitations to these codes. 75%, that's good through today. So if you want one of those, grab that right away and get on that right away. And now, of course, the Fujinon, the Fugutun, that's good through the 10th. So you have a couple more days on that. So actually, I take that back. The Forward, the wallet one, that's good till tomorrow. So if you want to get that tomorrow, go ahead and get that tomorrow. Well, with those, that's just an example of what affiliate marketing is and how you get it in there. Now let me talk about a few items. And if you see something that is on there, Jeff threw me off here. But he has a good point. Trying to pronounce names of companies from overseas isn't a good idea. But if I don't try, people think I'm just being, I don't know, just weird. I gotta at least try. I can't pronounce names from what does that have to be overseas? I can't pronounce names that are in this city, in this country. So I have no qualms of saying that. So anyway, moving on. Let's go into a few items that I've actually purchased, and then now the ones I'm going to show are going to be as close to what I purchased as I can. because obviously I've purchased these over the last couple of years, and the product I got were not uh, so the item that I have may not be the direct item may not be directly involved available. Jeff is being funny half the time. You can't pronounce my name. Jeff, I think I can pronounce Jeff very well, unless you're talking about Gibson. Then, yeah. Okay, so let's go into a few items that we have purchased here at J Memories. We still use and are part of our everyday usage here in. And the first one up is the drawing tablet. Now, the one I have is an XP pen tablet, but it's the same exact thing. This drawing tablet. I've had several different drawing tablets over the years. It makes working with photo programs, drawing, and working with the computer very, very easy. Actually, I have the pen to mine right here. And it comes in this little tube. On one end, you've got options for different tips. I don't know if you can see that. Little tips that you can change. And then on the other end, it unscrews, and you actually have the actual pen that you write with. Now, I can't show you the drawing tablet because it's buried behind my set, but I am using it. What I use it for during shows is I actually push the program feed into it so I can look down and see what's on program instead of looking over here and turning away from the camera. So you can push whatever you want, HDMI, into it. Now, if you connect the video and the USB from the same device, you actually can draw on this on your computers. A lot of people, streamers, use these so that they can actually draw on their feeds, on the video feeds. So it's full graphic, full HD, full color gamut. Comes with a nice pen, and it has quick action buttons that you can. It comes customized already, but you can get into the programming for it and customize it for whatever you want. It works great with all of these softwares. You got Photoshop, you've got if you do AutoCAD, Illustrator, a lot of the Adobe softwares work with it. It even works with the video editing software. So if you want to get into that, and it's very easy to look at. It doesn't reflect a lot, so it makes it a lot easier to see, and it's very responsive. I did a bunch of pictures. I was editing some pictures for Andrea, my wife, and she had a like 6 or 8 pictures that needed to be quickly changed for her book parties as she does. Well, in the past, using a mouse, it was very tedious because the mouse is sensitive, and especially if I try to use the touchpad on the laptop, that's even worse. So having the tablet right here, it allowed me to grab the pen and make my changes, clean the video, the picture up, and export it right out the door, and it was a lot quicker. So having something like this in your editing program, and this, like I said, this can be used for whatever you want. You can even plug the HDMI into a a video source and watch a video through it, you know, and whatever you want to do. I mean that's what I'm doing right now. So for this item, right now it's $199, but they do have a $40 coupon, which will bring it down to $169. So it's if you want this, I'll drop the code in the chat. And remember, there's for every item that is on Amazon, there's like 50 different variations. So sometimes you have to go through and read the reviews and check the specs. And just like this one right here, this one is a lot more expensive. It does have a $39 coupon. So if you want to get that, it does come with the pen. Now, I personally like the pen I have. So there's a lot of choices with this. Now, Jeff is saying like a wonderfully working iPad. Now, I will say this is different than a working iPad because you need to understand there is no operating system on these devices. Okay? So you have to realize that this is all concurrent with what you plug into it. And not just your video. This cable right here, which I know you guys can't see it. I will pop it up in just a second. All right. All right. So, where's that cable that was there? All right, this little cable. This cable has 3 ports. You've got the one end over here. This end right here, that goes into the tablet. I'll take just comment off so you can see it. This end right here goes into the actual tablet, the screen. This end, you have 2 USB ports. One's marked red, one's black. The red is for your power. That's what provides power to the screen. The HDMI feeds the video into the screen, and then the other USB feeds data back to the device you're plugged into so that you can draw on that and use it for drawing. So when you're doing stuff with that, when you're looking for a quick and easy way, the nice thing about using something like this, and this is an example. You see how it's full graphics, full color. Trying to draw with a mouse and get the fine details, but if you can, just like drawing on a piece of paper, you can get right up there with the pen and draw right on that line where you want that line to go. You can go right there and manipulate the pixels line by line without having to wonder where your mouse is going to go, or if you jerk your hand, or if the mouse falls off the table. It definitely, I mean, even the tablets that didn't have the screens that I've used have been easier to work with than the mouse. But this is just the next level up. It is more expensive. These are more expensive. This one is $239 with a $36 coupon. But it depends on which one you want and how much real estate you need. This one's a little bit bigger. This is a 13.3, hence why it's a little bit more expensive. But I will go ahead and drop the code into the chat. So going back to Jeff's comment, like a wonderfully working iPad. And I have to say, yes, you can do a lot with an iPad, but when you plug something like this into a laptop, it doesn't matter what program you're using. It doesn't matter whether you're Apple, your PC, it will work, and you can work with any program you want. So, and there's nothing. I have nothing against iPads, or Apple products. It's just I like I like to spend my money other areas. And I'm glad you'd rather get your iPad, because at the end of the day, you have to be comfortable with what you have. And if you're not comfortable with what you have, then it's no good for you to use something if you're not comfortable. So if you rather have the iPad and you rather have the Apple products, by all means get those products, because that's what you need to do, and you gotta be comfortable with it. Next up is something that I like, something that I've been trying to get my hands on. I have not actually got it yet, but it's been on my wish list for a while now, and it's this little thing right here. And you're sitting there going, what in the world is that thing? This is a media player. This little device reads USB and SD cards, and it will play out via HDMI videos, pictures, music, and whatnot. You literally can plug this in. I've seen streamers use this. The graphic that I have up on the screen. Let me show you this graphic right here. This is being played off my laptop. Okay, it's a continual loop that is continuing. But I am tying up an entire laptop to push this out. Now I'm doing other things as well. I can change to my Fortnite transitions. I can play the cross transition that I have. So I can do other things with the laptop that, let me take that comment off. Let me take that comment off. So yes, I can do other things with the laptop, but you can do those with this as well. So this little box actually makes things easier, because it doesn't tie up a whole computer. So there's 3 models of this particular one. They are different prices. They're not the same price. You have your HD version. It plays 1080. Upscales anything else to 1080. Single port for SD and USB. Reads 2 terabytes. And this is where you gotta be careful. The HD model only reads the 32 gig SD cards. And we know that they have had a lot of upgrades since then. The next model is the 2K version, or what they call QHD. That will upscale to 4K. It can play H.265 files. I'm not a fan of H.265 files, but they will play that. And then it has a dual USB ports and micro SD card slots, which I don't see dual slots, but That's just me. But it will also read 8 terabyte drives on the USB, as well as 1 terabyte micro SD cards. So, up next, oh, clicked on the wrong picture. Next up, you have the 4K version. Again, this is the full HD. Plays 4K videos, which means if you produce 4K videos and you want some way of playing them, this is how you do it. It will upscale to 4K. Once again, it will play the H.265 and H.264 files, dual USB ports, micro SD card reader. Will read 8 terabytes. Now, the nice thing about, one thing to keep in mind when you're talking about 8 terabyte hard USB drives, we're not just talking about the little sticks. Everybody says, well, if it's a USB drive, you're getting the little sticks. No, these are full-size USB drives that you can get at the store. I have several 5 terabyte external device portable drives that we fill up with our data, and they will be able to read these. And basically, you just link them up, plug them into a TV, and they'll play. So we're looking at one of these for stuff like the video screen back here. Right now on the video screen, I'm using it as a off the PlayStation, but it's actually being served from a computer. And if that computer goes down, I've got no video screen on the background, which is also pumping on the background of this video behind the screen. So, all of those things, all the little pieces that make a studio work, that make a, make what I do, what other streamers do, what other influencers do. These little tools, these little gadgets, they make things so much easier. Yes, it does take money. Yes, it does require you to save up your money to be able to get the products that you need and want and make things a little bit smoother. But at the end of the day, the ultimate goal is to provide services and provide tools that will allow you to do your job, my job, that much more easier. And having a little box like one of these on this TV back here, instead of having to worry about, do I have the computer linked up? Is the PlayStation up and running? I just click on the remote, start the video, and I don't have to worry about anything else like that. So, I will drop the link to one of these in the chat. Now, like I said, there is 3 different versions. You have to. I'm actually going to drop, because I like the idea better. For the 4K model, that is the most expensive one. It comes in at $51.99. This is the 4K model, and I'm gonna link in. If I can get it to show up, link in the chat for the for that. Now, I just realized I should have been dropping names to all of these things. So I will tell you what that is. That is the digital. Can't type. And the one thing to keep in mind about these little boxes is the fact that they play all of these files. MKVs, MP3s, JPEGs, AVI, APE, MOVs, TIFFs, BMPs, MPEG, FLAC, MP4, WAV, TS files, GIFs, VOBs. VOBs actually are the native DVD files, PNGs, and OGGs. So I mean, it plays audio, picture, all kinds of, and you're not gonna get lost having one of these. So if you need a full SD card, you do have to go with the cheaper one. That's the only one that has the full SD card slot. But you got to pick your beast, and you got to pick what you want. All right, up next we've got before we get this device. This is a videographer's dream device. Up next, we've got a device that is going to solve three purposes in one device. This is called the Atmos Ninja 5 4K viewer and recorder. The Atmos Ninja VO1. Now, this little device, it serves multiple purposes. It is a full viewer. It's a small viewer, but it's a viewer nonetheless. You can plug this in, and I think they have a picture of it right here. You can plug this into a camera and use it as a viewfinder for the picture. This also provides you with 1 terabyte of storage that you can record your files straight to this device. So whatever you pump into through the HDMI in will be recorded into this Ninja. Atmos Ninjas have been around for a while, but they have gotten nothing but better and better. They will record Apple ProRes. They'll do Avid. They'll do all of your playback that you want. And that's the nice thing about it. You can loop out of the HDMI and play back the same footage that you just recorded. For that matter, you can loop in the camera, use it as the camera viewfinder, and then loop that back to the switcher to get the feed to the switcher. You know, these things serve multiple purposes. So now this one is $399. It doesn't is Ninja products, Atmos products are not the cheapest on the market, but they're reliable, they're quality, and they're rugged. They hold up in the market. So I have no problem telling people that if they want top-notch products, to go ahead and get the Atmos Ninja 5. Did I do that right? I think I did. Yes. So, if you're looking for something like that, something that you can hook up, do dual viewfinder and record at the same time, this will be a ticket for you. Now, we have down here, you have a feel world LUT 6 6-inch. Now the other one was an 8-inch. This is a 6-inch. This is a viewfinder vector scope. I don't see if it doesn't say anything about recording to this one. The nice thing about this one is it will show you if you are a true videographer or even a photographer, you'll want your vector scopes, your waveforms, your hue saturation levels, and all of that. And this little box right here will give you those scopes built in native. So I don't see if it I'm looking to see if this one actually records. Doesn't say anything about recording. Touch DSLR camera, field monitor, waveform, vector scope, histogram, HDR in and out. Does not say anything about recording. You may not be able to record with this one. But yeah, it has embedded audio. Conveniently instant LUTs. If you don't know what a LUT is a lookup table, and that I think this is just a field monitor. It doesn't actually record into this one, but it is a nice waveform monitor. So if you're needing these scopes and things like that, this, and say you don't need to record on the Atmos Ninja for $399, you can save $110 by going with this, and then output to the ATEM site, and you have your record on your ATEMs. So if you don't need the recording, this might be the better option. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this in the chat. And let's see. And this is for the Feel World LUT 6 field monitor. Can't spell. There you go. That gives you the field monitor if you want that instead of the recording. And you save $110. So, we have one other item I want to talk about. Now, I'm going to give you one of the things. Before we get into that, I want to talk about some of the other things that we have in the studio that we have used that are not in production at the moment, but we have used over the years. One of the things, as you can see behind us, we have these awesome LEDs panels. The panels, which I should have grabbed the panel with me. I have a few extra panels still not up yet, but these panels are sound absorption panels. They are sticking away from the wall to give the breakup of the wall, plus provide a little space for the LEDs. LEDs are nothing more than an LED strip, which we've got extra ones right here. I love having LED strips on hand because you never know when you'll need LED strips. Now, these not all LED strips are equal. There's different quality of LED strips. These actually are full RGB, and they are individually assignable LEDs, which means I can plug a controller into this and make this spin around and around and around. The ones behind me, they are not individually assignable. They're either all on or all off. I can't send a pattern down these LEDs, even if I have the right controller. So, that's something we have around here. We also have several different converters for HDMI. This one is an HDMI switch. An HDMI switch basically means I have one input, HDMI input, one source, and I take that back, one output. So I can put this on my screen here, and can plug up to 4 sources, 4 video sources into this, and I can see those sources through that screen by selecting. The other one, that is the splitter, HDMI splitter. 1 input and 4 outputs. So you can control up to 4 different devices. These work great when you're trying to split a feed from a monitor in front of you, as well as feeding the switcher behind you. Whether you need 4 outputs or 2, you can get models of these with we have a couple of those laying around just in case we need them. We also have several of these little devices. So in the broadcast world, we use cables known as SDI. But as many of you know, the Blackmagic ATEMs don't use SDI, at least not the older models. The newer models do have SDI on them. So in order to use HDMI with, say, a larger ATEM or another broadcast, you would get one of these little converter boxes. Now you can get this in 2 different flavors. This one is an HDMI to SDI. So I would take my camera, which is feeding HDMI out, put it into this little box, which is an Amazon Basic converter, and feed SDI back to the switcher if I had an SDI switcher. The reason you would have these is because instead of upgrading your switcher at the same time as upgrading your camera, you would do one and then use one of these. Now, say you had SDI cameras and you ended up using an HDMI switcher, you would get the other flavor, SDI to HDMI. And there are plenty out there that are available, even on Amazon. You can literally get SDI, and Blackmagic does make these converters. Here's a Blackmagic SDI in, and on the other end is an HDMI out. So, and we'll go ahead and add this to the chat. This is a SDI to HDMI converter. Now, that is the SDI to HDMI converter. You can get the HDMI flavor. This is HDMI in on this end and SDI out on that end. And it's just just as simple as that. So if you have going from HDMI to SDI, that would be the other flavor. HDMI to SDI. Now, what happens if you don't know what you need? What happens if you go, well, I don't know if I need SDI. I don't know if I need HDMI. I just want to have something on hand. Blackmagic actually makes a bi-directional converter. It comes with an SDI in and SDI out. Actually, I did that backwards. SDI out, HDMI in. Then you have HDMI in, HDMI out. And I am completely screwing up these words. SDI is on this side, HDMI is on this side. Go whatever flavor you want. In, out, up and down. And these converters actually provide the information needed to use a standard Blackmagic camera. So now, Jeff, you made the comment, when in doubt, get one of each. Well, in all honesty, here's the kick. This bidirectional converter is $73.50, right? The HDMI to SDI is $69. The SDI to HDMI, that was $59. So, literally, it would make more sense to go ahead and get the bidirectional converters. That's not the bidirectional one. I lost the bidirectional one. I need to get the bidirectional one. Go back and see. There it is. It would make more sense if you're not sure to go ahead and get the bidirectional converter than spend the money, because you're going to spend over about $120, $130 if you buy one of each of the converters. This will do what those other do. So it makes more sense to get this. So let's drop this in the chat. Okay, and we have Blackmagic Design bi-directional SDI HDMI converter. Alright. Okay. So yeah. I mean, that's what I would do. I would recommend getting these. So, yep. I assume you mean stop while I'm ahead, or actually behind, referring to which ports on which side and all that fun stuff. So, yeah. So, the last item I have for you guys is something that I love. I have several of these, and I've actually got one sitting right over here. This little device, if you've never seen one, if you've never heard of one, and someone said, hey, you need to go get one, you might think they're crazy. If I told you to go out and go buy yourself a little Raspberry Pi, what would you say? Some of you go, well, I don't like pie. I'm not big. I don't like fruit pies. or something along those. Last, really? Not 10 more? No, it's this is gonna be the last one because it's after 9, and my family I think have been trying to get my attention for the last 10 minutes, but they're being nice about it. So I do need to wrap this up. But the last item, so Jeff says, I'll take a tart cherry pie, please. Exactly. It's not, and he wants it warm. So, no, we're not talking about pie here. We are talking about a raspberry pie, but not a pie. Okay? This little thing right here. This little thing right here is a full functioning Linux computer. This is what you call a Raspberry Pi. And this little box, if you know enough computing, and even if you don't, you can run all kinds of fun things on this little Raspberry Pi. With a little bit of programming, a little bit of TLC, you can run media servers on this. You run file servers on it. You can run video walls on these little boxes. I have several of these around my house running media servers, reading my FTP server so that we can watch movies on our computers, from our computer over onto our TVs. There is so much you can do with these. And there's a whole entire community of people out there who have written codes and programs and things like that that make these little boxes powerful. Now, you do have to know some things about Linux. You do have to be familiar with base code a little bit, but there are plenty of tutorials out there that will allow you to take one of these and make a fully functioning laptop or computer. I have seen people build complete Raspberry Pi farms. Now, this is before the price went up to $154 per Raspberry Pi. The price has skyrocketed since you used to be able to get these for like $35. But since the pandemic, since the shortage and chips shortages, prices for the Raspberry Pi, and in fact, even availability has gone down. So if you want these, you gotta jump on them when you can. Perfect example is this thing right here. Now this package is nice because it comes with all of the pieces you need to get up and running really quickly. Now, you have your Pi, you have your cage. It includes a fan for the heat sink, your power, your HDMI cable, your wireless dongle, the micro SD card that runs the operating system. It's all built into this package. You are paying $229 for it, but at the same time, everything you need is included in the package. So, and in all honesty, sometimes these things are more powerful than a laptop 6 times as expensive. So, it definitely, if computer hardware is your hobby, if you like messing around with a little bit of code, these things are great. If you're just learning codes, The nice thing about these things, if you screw it up, you take the SD card out, you reformat the SD card, you throw it back in, and you start over. Um, it's not like now I would recommend backing up your code, and so if you do get down the road and um, you're finding that something's not right, and you do have to go back and rewrite the code, you have something to start with. But I have literally, in a half an hour, reformatted a Raspberry Pi for the media server and been back up and running within half an hour. So, and that's without even saving any code and just starting from scratch. It's not that difficult. Once you get used to it, Linux does run on a GUI system, so you do a little bit of code up front, and then once you get the operating system up and running, you are running on a GUI. So I recommend Raspberry Pis for those hobbyists who are looking for a cheaper way to do your servers, do your just your mundane small project things. So that I'm not recommending this for those who need heavy editing, the graphics computer. I would never trade my working laptop that I just bought with a Raspberry Pi. Yeah, you're not gonna. I'm not gonna put Adobe software on this. I'm not gonna try to run a game on this, unless of course I'm talking about a 32-bit Nintendo game that doesn't require that much computing power. I'm not gonna load, say, Fortnite or something like that onto this. You're just not gonna get the graphic output on that as well. So, but other than that, a Raspberry Pi, if you like computers, if you like codes, get yourself one, because it definitely is worth your time, your energy, and and you will be happy with whatever project you want. You can use these as brains for robotics. You can use these for electronic LED controllers. So the opportunities are endless when it comes to these. People have used these for so many projects. It's not funny. Actually, I think it is quite funny because people do it all the time. They have fun and they enjoy it. They're hobbyists, and it is even though the price did go up, it's still a lot cheaper for the projects than buying even the cheapest computer and running these. Now, if you really want to get extensive, you can buy yourself a couple of these Raspberry Pis. Get yourself a couple 40-inch monitors and build yourself a video wall. And then you use one, so you buy a Raspberry Pi and a TV, and for as many video screens as you want, say you want 4, you buy 4 Raspberry Pis, 4 screens, and then you buy yourself one more Raspberry Pi as the brain of the operation. So you have 5 Raspberry Pis, 4 monitor screens, and now all of a sudden you now have a 4-screen video wall sitting behind you. So those are the items that we are going to talk about tonight. Actually, we already talked about tonight. Feel free to use any of the links in the description or in the chat and grab yourself some cool tools. There's so much stuff out there. I can spend the rest of the weekend just talking about stuff, talking about what's out there, what we use in the studio, and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you gotta call it quits somewhere. So it's almost 9:30. So last comments, any last comments? Any last thoughts? Is there anything you wanted me to show that I didn't show? Other than that, I hope you all have a blessed Easter this weekend. Be blessed and make sure you spend time with your family. And we will catch you all next week. We will be live next week. We are in town one more week, and then we head out to Vegas for NAB 2023. Excited. Can't wait to get out to Vegas to see all the cool new technology. I've already been getting inundated with emails from vendors about some of the cool inventions and cool upgrades to products that we currently have, and some of the new things that are coming to the broadcast space. So I will do my best to share some of that with you all, whether I do just a live broadcast or if I just tape some stuff and then put together a video highlight reel of some of the coolest things I've seen on there. Don't forget, if you're new here, hit that like button on the videos. It definitely helps the videos out, as well as consider subscribing to the channel. We go live every Thursday, and I am going to do my best to start uploading new content on off days, as well as we give you tips and tricks that that could be better for you. So hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications by hitting that notification bell, and also check out JAmemories.com. That's our website. Email us at john@jamemories.com. Feel free to reach out to us with any questions and concerns. On that note, God bless you all. Have a blessed week, and we'll see you next week right here on YouTube.